So, my daughter was born 5.5 years ago, and she was born a preemie. Usually preemies are born 2 pounds, 4 pounds. My daughter was born at 15 ounces. She wasn't even a pound when she was born. When she was born, she wasn't even alive. The doctors had to revive her. And the doctors went to Lisa, to my baby Lisa, and to my baby Elizabeth. They were the 2 first people that seen her. I go to Lisa Pandemica. Usually we don't try to save babies at this weight, but because I'm a Christian, I believe that God can do miracles. And I thank God for that. When she was born very young, Lisa, there was barely nothing there. We literally watched everything that you could possibly imagine grow, from fingernails to toenails to eyebrows to other things. She had surgeries after surgeries. She had 3 eye laser surgeries. Then she had to do a big eye operation surgery. She had what they called retina detachment. And if we did not do it, the doctor said that she could go blind and that she would never see. Glory go to God, we did that operation, and she could see. She had blood transfusions every day. She stood in the hospital from January to June, 5 months at the hospital. When she was born, they put her in an incubator, and she had to have certain lamps for her skin, because she had 1 layer of skin. Her skin wasn't even developed. She had collapsed lungs. She was on a respirator. She was on oxygen. Her oxygen was all the way to 100. That's the highest you could possibly go. And I wanted to show this to you girls. This was her diaper. And this diaper, Shogari, it wasn't even small enough. The nurses would have to fold it like that because it was so big on her. They told her that the nurses even Paganela go off because her bones was not fully developed. They were so weak. She had a full-length cast, but the cast was this big from her shoulder down to her wrist. And I thank God because God healed her from each and every one of those problems. I told God. I remember being in the hospital room, and I was in the lobby, and me and her father were sitting down, and I told God, I pray, Deborah, that you bring her home to me, completely healed. I will not accept that she will come home with 1 problem. And I promised God after that I would give my life to Him. And I was a Christian a few years before that, Memo Sinner's Prayer, but I always put the baptism to the side. I always came up with stupid reasons. And I told God, heal my daughter completely, and I promise you I will give my life to you. And after that, my daughter came home, glory go to God. She came home in June, 5 months on hospital. The day she came home, she weighed 7 pounds and 3 ounces. She came home a normal size of newborn. After that, we still had problems with different things. Doctors told me she would be delayed on walking, on crawling, and talking. And she was, but eventually she did those things, except for talking. Me and my entire family was very scared. Everybody was telling me you need to take her to speech therapy, the doctors. I looked into it, I called, but I told everybody, and I said, if my God delivered her from all those other things, I know He's going to make her talk. She could not talk. When she was hungry, she'd come to me, Mama, and she would take my hand and take me to the icebox or take me to the kitchen doors, and my heart used to break. But I thank God because a little over a year ago, she won't stop talking. Matter of fact, Diamond, I went to Dewey's prayer meeting, to a women's prayer meeting, and Diamanda took my hand and she prayed for me, and she told me, don't get mad for what I'm about to pray, but I'm going to pray that this little girl will drive you crazy. And until today, me and her father bathed her down show. And I thank God for that, girl. I want to share one more thing with you. After that, they go to that with the Diamanda. If you ever have any more children, you're going to go through the same thing you did with this one. And I was always scared about that. Londa was, I had another baby girl, and she's here with me tonight. She's over 2 months, and she was born perfectly fine. And I want to thank God